Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pandas tutorial for Beginners series. In this video, we'll learn how to filter and sort data in Pandas, one of the most useful skills for analyzing real-world datasets. You'll see how to filter rows using conditions, combine multiple criteria with and or operators, and sort your data by values or even by indexes. Let's jump straight into it. So as you can see right now, I'm already in my VS Code. I have already created my Python file pandas part4.py, and let's now place the code snippet that I have prepared already. And let's go to the top. As you can see now, the data set we're going to use now is a bit larger. It has 10 entries. I've made it to be with 10 entries, just so that I can give you much more examples. And let's do the first thing, which is let's turn it into a data frame. Let's turn it into a CSV file for an ease of use, and let's print it just so that we can see it. All right, let's write in Python pandas part4.py. Okay, let's bring that up a little bit. And as you can see here, we have our entire data frame, which was created based on this data dictionary with the name, age, city, and sales, and indexes from 0 to 9. We also have the example CSV here. As you can see, our CSV file was created as well. Now, let's get back to our Python file. And let's just comment those two and get right into the filtering, which is filtering with a single condition. So let's clear that out. Basically, right now we want to print only those entries of people that are older than 25. And we will use print DataFrame age more than 25. This is the condition that we're going to use, this one here. Let's control and save, and let's print it. As you can see, we have printed all of the rows where the age is above 25. As you can see, we have index number 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. This is how we filter just with a single condition. Let's now comment that one out, and let's try to filter with multiple conditions using the AND operator. So let's clear that here. Now we're going to print the people that are older than 25. As you can see here, look at the syntax. People that are older than 25 and people that live in New York. As you can see with those brackets here, this is our condition. Those are our two conditions: age above 25 and city equals New York. Let's save it and let's run it. As you can see, we have two of the entries: name, age, city, and sales, and the column names, of course. Eve, Ian, those are the two entries that are answering those two conditions: to be above the age of 25 and to live precisely in New York. All right, so let's comment that one out and let's go to the third one, where we will actually filter with multiple conditions using the OR operator. So this line here, this is the OR operator, and we're going to print now people that are younger than 25 or they live in Houston. Let's now do it. As you can see, this is the conditional statement we're going to use. Let's clear that out and let's run the code once again. And here we have them. We have Alice, age 24, from New York. We have Charlie, age 22, from Chicago. And look at that, we have David, that is above the age of 25, but he lives in Houston. And we also have Hannah, which is below the age of 25, but as well lives in Houston. This is how we're using the OR logical operator to filter with it. Let's copy that out and let's go into sorting by a column. Now we're going to have the entire data frame sorted by age in ascending order. Let's now run it. And let me make that bigger. You can see here we have the entire data frame, which is sorted by age. Basically, the youngest one, in this case Charlie, is at the top, but the oldest one, Frank, is at the bottom. You see here we have the second index, here the fifth one, here the ninth one. This sorts the entire data frame only by the column that we have chosen. Let's now copy that one out and let's do it by, here I've written it by sales. Let's do it by age, just for this example. Let's clear that out and let's run it. And you can see now in the last example, Charlie was at the top, but here is Charlie is at the bottom. And Frank is now at the top. That's happening because when it is descending, this is the opposite of ascending. And we can do that basically when we use that code, but we include ascending equals false. That's how we are doing those sortings. This is how we're sorting them by descending order. All right, let's now try and sort by multiple columns. Let's see how this one will go. Let's clear that out. And let's now sort the data frame by city and then by age to see how this one goes. And as you can see here, we have our cities: Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles, and New York. What happens now? Because the letter C comes before the letter H, and letter H comes before the letter L, and the letter L comes before the letter N, those are sorted alphabetically. The cities are sorted alphabetically. So basically, we have Chicago here as the first city, and we're sorting here by city. And then we're sorting by age. So what happens is, within those three entries, you can see we have Charlie, Jack, and Frank, which is 22, 27, and 35 years of age. When you look at Houston, you see 23 and 28. So basically the youngest ones are at the top. This goes for Los Angeles and for New York. This happens when you sort by city and then you sort by age. When you sort first by one column and then by another column. But let's now just try and actually sort them in a descending order, just to see what happens. When we click ascending equals false, and let's run the code once again. And you can see something very different. So here, Chicago was at the top, and we had Charlie as the youngest one at the top as well. But when you scroll down to the bottom, you see Chicago is now at the bottom, but the first one is Frank, then is Jack, and then is Charlie. So Charlie is at the very bottom of it all. Later on, I will show you more examples with sorting, but for now, I want you to remember that ascending equals false makes it so that we're sorting by descending. Let's now delete that. Let's comment on that one. And let's get to sorting by index. Let's clear that out. And let's run our code once again. Now we will sort the data by index in ascending order. And as you can see, we have the entire data frame here printed out from index 0 to index number 9. If we type in ascending equals false, let's run it once again, it will give us from 9th to the 0th index. This is how it works out. Let's now comment on that one. We had it here. No problem. And let's now go to the final code snippet where we have the practical example. Let's clear that out and let's look at it. So now we're going to get only the people from New York sorted by sales in descending order. So this is how we're going to use it. First, we're going to use our filtering to get only the entries where city equals New York. And when we get those entries, we're going to use sort values. We're going to sort them by sales, and we're going to use ascending equals false so that it is in a descending way. Let's see how this one will go. As you can see here, we have people from New York sorted by sales in descending order. We have name, age, city, and sales, and we have Ian, Alice, and Eve, where the one with the most sales is at the top. All of them live in New York. And that's it for this lesson. Now you know how to filter your data using conditions, how to combine multiple criteria with AND or operators, and sort your data frame by values or index. These are some of the most common operations you use every day when working with real dataset in Pandas. Thank you for watching.